right, ladies and gentlemen, so let's look at the analyze and interpret writing purpose that we're going to be adding to this unit's paper. So when we're looking at the outline, there are 4 things that we need to tackle in order to analyze and interpret the ways that others have been combating the injustice. So who was involved in fighting against this injustice? What exactly did they do to fight against the injustice? What specific things did they do that were most helpful, and what did they do that wasn't as beneficial? Okay, so what we're going to work off of for my model is the modeling note-taking sheet that we have reviewed together in class. What you're going to do is you're going to answer these based off of your note-taking sheets. Now, you can choose to do it in 2 different ways. So you can choose to do 1, 2, 3, 4 of one note-taking sheet, and then start again for 1, 2, 3, 4, a second note-taking sheet, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, your third note-taking sheet. Or you can talk about everyone that was involved, what exactly did they do, what specific things for all 3, and then what was beneficial. I suggest, in my opinion, as a reader, it will be easiest to do 1, 2, 3, 4 for note-taking sheet 1, then do 1, 2, 3, 4 for note-taking sheet 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 for note-taking sheet 3. Okay, so I would write like this. The federal government was involved in fighting against the injustice of racism within the military. They had passed laws that stated that racism in the military would not happen. The law itself stated, and then this would be the exact words from my note-taking sheet, but I don't have it. I only have the one tab in front of me, so I would put it there. Okay. The passing the law was helpful in some ways because, and then I would write what specific ways that it was helpful, because I could even write it was a starting point at least to acknowledge that racism does in fact infiltrate the military. It shows that the government wants to make a change. And then I need to talk about what did they try that wasn't as beneficial. So my transition here is, however, the laws may have been written, but they are in fact not being implemented. For instance, this law has gone into effect as of 2013, and in 2021, we are still writing about racism within the military. Clearly, the government wanted it on paper, but has not taken the precautions to actually implement the plan. Okay, and I could expand based on having my note-taking sheet in front of me, right? But then I would go to another group or individual, whichever one you were talking about, that has attempted to resolve this injustice is, and that's how you would kind of blend into your second note-taking sheet. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're answering all these questions. So we need to point out who we're talking about, right? The individual or the group that we're talking about. We need to say, what have they done, giving the specific examples. Here you're saying what was good, what wasn't good, and then the next body paragraph, we're going to talk about what we would have done differently. Okay, so for analyzing and interpreting, we need to point out who it was, what they did, what was good, what was bad. All right, that's the modeling video. Let me know if you have any questions.